Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Facebook Live Self Love Loving Your Body. So, I just want to say hello to everyone and give everybody a chance to come on in. Come on in. And as you're coming in, please tell me where you're joining us from tonight and tell us how did you seize your day today? How did you seize your day? And when you see me looking down, I'm just checking my Facebook page. I'm checking comments because remember, this is never a monologue, it's always a dialogue. And I want to make sure that we're interacting with you and that we recognize that you are here as well. So, come on in. If you're already here, tell us where you're from, where you're joining us from. I'm so super excited tonight because I have a wonderful guest that I'm going to introduce you to in just a few minutes. I'm so honored that she is here with us and she has got some really juicy information to share. And I have to tell y'all, I think that she is the person that's the expert on loving your body, right? Loving your body and honoring your body, respecting your body, and for lack of a better word, bringing your body back to life. So come on in and tell us where you're joining us from, and then tell us how did you seize the day. Hey, Terry. Hey, Terry. Terry's from Delaware. How did you seize the day, Terry? So go ahead and type it in. How did you seize your day today? And if you're watching the replay, make sure that you type in the chat hashtag replay. And I'm going to go ahead in just a minute as I'm waiting for you to join in to welcome Ann from Ann Photography. Y'all, you guys have heard me talk about Ann several times and you've seen her, and we've gotten so many comments on my wonderful branding pictures, my portraits that have done it. Anne is the brains behind all of that, the ones with just me and my husband, and it has just been phenomenal. But not only is Anne a wonderful photographer, but Anne is also a very good friend of ours. Both me and my husband, we love talking to her. We love it that when we speak with Anne, like even for our church, she caught that vision and gave thoughts and inputs, and I just absolutely love her. And so I want to you guys know that anybody that I have embraced and anybody I love and anybody that has added value to my life, like many of you have, I like to share them with the world. And so here I am today. I'm sharing Anne with all of my community. So hey Val, and Valerie saying hi, Anne. Yeah, Terry says her work is phenomenal. It is, Terry. And Terry is a fellow photographer as well. So, from another photographer who Terry is also very awesome, saying that your work is phenomenal. So, yeah, it is. It is. And let's see who else is here. I'm trying to get all of the names. Make sure that you write, how did you seize the day today? Remember that every day that we're alive, every day that we're 6 feet above ground is always a day that we can look and say, this is what was great about my day. It doesn't have to be something, like humongous. It could be just something very small. So, how did you win today? How did you seize your day today? So, make sure you type that in as you come on. So, Anne, I just want to welcome you to our Facebook group as people are coming in. And I'm going to have Anne just begin to share about who she is and what she does in the world, which is phenomenal. So go ahead, Anne.
Esther, I don't know how, I mean, that is just quite the introduction. And thank you. And I love you and John very much as friends and clients. So thank you. And I appreciate you for having me here today. Yes, I am a photographer. I've been a photographer for 20 plus years. And it wasn't really until like 10 years ago where I really found my purpose and my why. And I was wondering, like, how do people know? I didn't know. Why am I here? What is my purpose? And it was actually through some tragic things that happened that I did find it. And I went through some really hard times with a divorce that ended up not very great. I ended up homeless with my 6-year-old at the time, and was really beaten down and broken. I didn't really understand why I'm here, and it really wanted to end my life at that point. And as I was looking for a job, I found a job on Craigslist for a boudoir photographer, and I thought, why do you need to have pictures of yourself in lingerie? I thought that was cheesy. And as I'm sitting in my big underwear from Target up over my belly button, and felt very unsexy and at that time. And I got the job, and it changed everything. It changed my direction. I saw how empowering it was, to love yourself and love yourself first and honor yourself in your body.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing because I love what you said that, 10 years ago before you found your niche, you kind of you hit rock bottom. And
Mhm.
sometimes what happens to us is that we hit rock bottom, and that's what kind of propels us many times into what we're placed on this earth to do. Right. And so as you began to look at what is a boudoir photographer and why would anybody want to take pictures? And I mean, it does kind of sound cheesy and kind of almost in many ways kind of sounds cheap almost, doesn't it? But then as you began to do it, you discovered that, whoa, you're pretty good at all of this,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's really is not about the pictures. It's about your
Yeah.
journey to
Yeah.
self love and
Yeah.
accepting yourself for who you are right now, because
Yeah.
that's all we have. We don't have yesterday anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I love what you said. It's really not about the pictures, but it is about self-love. It's
Mhm.
about your journey. And in life, we have so many journeys, right? And we have to embrace those journeys because that's what makes us the person that we are. And here's the other piece, y'all. We also have to have our minds open, not open to where you just gonna let just anything in, but open to where you can begin to see yourself through different lenses and see who you are. And so, one of the reasons I asked Anne to come on, because again, she's a photographer and she does these beautiful boudoir pictures. And it's not a boudoir picture for anyone else except for you. So I'm setting this up because I want you to know you don't have to have a significant other, you don't have to have a spouse, you don't have to have anything. All you really need is you, because it's about you embracing yourself, your love, your body, and not just embracing it, but respecting it and honoring it. And so, Anne, what I want to ask you about is, what does that mean when we're talking about embracing the self love and embracing our body just the way it is?
Well, we all have that negative self-talk when we look in the mirror. I mean, all of us, right? It's oh, you look old. Oh my gosh, oh, you look. I mean, everything. Yes.
Hold
I
on a
mean,
second, y'all. Don't leave us out there. I know that was me. If that's you, make sure you put on there Yana or that's me. Come on, don't leave us out there.
how about
Because
those
all of us have
accounts
that.
from COVID and all that, right? We beat ourselves up so
Yeah,
much, and it's and I finally started asking myself, like, why am I doing this to myself? Because it's not going to get me any younger. It's not going to get me any slimmer or any unless I do something. I mean, younger I can't become, but I can change, my weight or anything else if that's what I'm beating myself up for. But it's also about loving yourself for today, for all of it. I mean, most of us have gone through something in our lives, and or we've been mothers, entrepreneurs, working hard. We wear so many
yeah,
hats,
yeah,
and in the end, we put ourselves on the bottom of the list in self-care and self-love.
yeah, yeah.
And it
We,
wasn't until I started to love myself that my pictures, my photography changed,
yeah,
because I saw people from a different light, from a different perspective. Then coming from a victim and not loving me light, I couldn't see you or anybody else. It was just, I'm just taking your picture. That was it. But
yeah.
now it's like, I have a purpose of making whoever's in front of my lens uh, feel seen and feel heard.
Yeah. So let me understand. Did you say, I want to make sure I'm clear, that when you first started it or when you began, you were beginning to do the pictures, looking at it from a victim's perspective, and
Mhm.
that changed to where you no longer looked at things or even yourself from a victim's perspective, but from, let's say, but from a winner or from a victor's
Yes.
perspective. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think many times we can't really um, be helped if we're always the victim, if we're always looking at ourselves as the victim. And then when our perception of ourselves is that we're always the victim, then we tend to see everything else or other people as a victim as well. And
Mhm.
so changing your perspective of that not
Mhm.
only changes how you feel about you, but also how you look at others, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that we all have choices. We have choices of how
Yeah.
we program our mind.
Yeah.
It is so powerful once that light bulb goes on and you realize the self-talk that I'm telling myself can change just the way I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The self-talk can change just the way, just by how she's thinking. Listen to what Zena said. Zena said it's absolutely not about the pictures. It's about the courage to have them taken. Talk
Mhm.
about that a little bit because that from listen, guys, I have to tell you, I did the pictures. It is about the courage. It is about how you begin to see yourself. So talk about the courage to have them taken.
Well, I believe that all the women that are coming into my studio are nervous.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
because you are nervous to see all of you, and how is somebody else going to see you? Because you see the negative self-talk in the mirror.
Yeah.
How is that going to come out like on the other side of the camera lens? And
Mhm.
I've had I just had a woman a couple weeks ago that cried the night before. She calls me and it's like, Ann, I can't do this. I have to cancel. And I'm like, what's going on? So I just can't do this. And I said, just come in. I got you. We'll talk and be, I'm sure I promise I'll make you comfortable, and this is going to be an amazing experience for you. And afterwards, she cried and says, "Oh my God, I'm so glad that I came in and did this because I didn't realize how beautiful I was until you showed me in the back of the camera."
Yeah, yeah.
And I just want to cry because it's so many women that feels that way.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, and by the way, guys, these pictures are very tastefully done. They're
Yes.
absolutely beautiful. And just speaking from me, I was nervous. I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm really stepping out of bounds because do you really take the time to look at your body and just really honor it, the history of your body, the flaws, everything that your body has gone through, that your body has a lot of wisdom, and just even be able to thank your body and say, thank you for standing with me. Let's see. Terry says, I always saw the beauty in others that I took photos of, but never saw that perspective in myself. So powerful that many times you see it, but how do I see the beauty in my own body? Because many times, and I'm guilty,
Mhm.
you're looking at, oh, look at the cellulite.
Mhm.
I'm too fat. I'm too this. I'm too dark. I'm too light. I've got a patch right here, a mark right here. Oh, look at the stretch marks.
Yep.
Am I right? Come
It's
on, y'all. Don't leave me here. You
yes.
guys know we do this as women. I don't know about the men because, but we do this as women. We are so critical of the majority of us, of what we look like. And
Mhm.
so we wear big clothes to hide our bodies,
Yeah. And it's
right?
not fair because we go through so much things to the things that we have to do, and men just roll out of bed and
Yeah.
kind of brush their hair, and now it's even they don't shave now because it's in having a beard, and we go through so much to
Yeah.
look how we're looking, and so it's not so fair sometimes for being a woman.
It's not. And so here it is. And then here's the other piece, Anne. And then if you want to wear like tight clothes or clothes, then we criticize those who are, oh, she just wants to show off. We do this to ourselves. We so many times we body shame ourselves and we body shame others. Let's see. Zena says one hand up, two hands raised. John, let's see. John says it is absolutely about the courage to take the pictures and allow yourself to be vulnerable, to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because when you're vulnerable,
Yeah.
that's when people say that I capture their soul,
Yeah.
because you take all your guards down and you let yourself be seen.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, exactly. You let yourself be seen. And the person that you let yourself be seen to first is, guess who? Is you.
Yes.
It's you. You begin to look and you say, oh my gosh, I have to tell y'all that when I went in, I was nervous. I was scared. And I told my husband, I said, what in the world am I doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I had this whole discussion in my head. And I told Ann, I said, listen, this is all I have. I don't know, because I didn't know what to get. I just didn't know what to do.
I
You know,
remember.
do you remember? Do you remember? And I was like, oh my gosh. And then y'all, I said, Ann, I'm a pastor's wife. They're going to say this pastor's wife had lost her mind. But really, I did not. I found it. Because what I began to do when I went in is just the beauty and the what's the word I'm looking for? Being vulnerable and seeing myself. And listen, even seeing myself, and I believe you see yourself when you're doing this as God sees you, all the beauty, no matter how much weight you've gained or lost, or the c-sections, or the hurt, or everything that we hold so much in our bodies.
Yeah.
And because we hold so much in our bodies, we forget to honor our bodies, because it's our body that's allowing us to move and to do the things that we are doing. So kind of speak a little bit about when you come into your atmosphere, what really happens, because I think that's so powerful.
Well, let me backtrack of somebody that most of us know, which is
Yeah,
Lisa Nichols.
yeah, yeah,
And here's somebody that has traveled the world speaking about inspiration and transformation.
yeah,
And I had to approach her staff like 9 times before I got a yes for her to come in. And she was going to cancel that morning. And she's like, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to wear. And you're like, we got you. It's okay. Just come, and we'll go from there.
yeah,
So eventually, her and her assistant came in with some bags and all Lisa's shoes, and I could tell that she was nervous. And she talked about this, and she said, you know, I own like everything else in me and of me except this. I still, she had she had gone through some health issues, and had at some point been 250 pounds or something like that. And she still saw and felt that person when she looked in the mirror, even though she was, I think, maybe 160 pounds or something at the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah,
So she had a big transformation going through this experience. And I feel what we do, it's like I'm not just a photographer. I'm also turned into this therapist or coach at the same
yeah,
time,
yeah,
because I have to have a certain energy to make people feel comfortable and feel that they're in a safe environment, because it is vulnerable to take your clothes off in front of a complete stranger.
yeah, yeah. And,
So,
and you do that because then everything is there, what you bring into. And I think what I really love about it is that it's the what's the word I'm looking for? It's the taking off and the putting on.
mhm,
Does that make sense? And so it's the taking off of not just your clothes, but it's the taking off of that self doubt, the
yeah,
taking off of that fear, the taking off of that I'm ugly, I'm too fat, I'm too
yeah,
skinny, I'm too this, I'm too that, and it's the putting on of some very beautiful, let's say lingerie, whatever type of lingerie you like. You
yeah,
know, and it's saying, I am beautiful. I am enough. Listen, this little mark on my leg that I have represents the strength that I stood when I received that mark, and I'm still here.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And it represents all of the things that you've endured that says, I'm still here. And so here it is, y'all. Tonight, we're talking about loving your body and honoring it and respecting it. In this whole month, and we talked about what does self-love look like? The first week we talked about you're writing a letter to yourself. And now we're talking about how you can just love your body. It's so important for us as women because when we can love our bodies, love it the appropriate way, honor it and respect it, not love it, honor and respect your body, then you will find that others will honor and respect it as well. But you have to start doing it first. And so for me doing the pictures, and which by the way, y'all, when I got my album, I called Ann, I texted her, I said, oh my God, I just could not believe it. I said, wow, this is me. And then my husband just said, he said, that's so true. I said, wow, this is me. And what was amazing about that for me anyway, is that he always saw me as that, but I never saw me.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if your spouse, your significant other could see you as that, but if you never see you as that, you know.
Yes.
And
That's
so when I looked at it, I said, ah, this is me. It was unbelievable. And I was like, yeah, but the entire experience was so powerful. So Anne has a project coming out. It's called Ageless. She has photo women on 40s up to age 90, is it? I mean, y'all powerful. 90, right? 80?
no, I can't say old because she would get mad at me. Uh,
No, none of us are old. 90 years young. We are young,
she
right?
is the ultimate ageless woman that has been part of this project, and she's 90, and she calls herself the Pink Lady, and her whole slogan is "It's not over until I say it's over."
That's right. Because it's not about age, y'all. It is not about. So listen, I used to be, and sometimes I still joke, I'm too old for this. Listen, it's not about age. If you guys remember, in the Bible, I think, was it Abraham, Sarah, one of them that was so old that she still gave birth? You're never too old to do something. Chef Cherry says, I bet your pictures are very beautiful. Yes, they are very, very beautiful. They are. So one of the things that Anne has, and she said, can I read this love letter? So Anne, go ahead. I'm gonna let you take it from here and just also talk about what's coming up.
Yeah.
And then guys, we're going to get some more comments and we're going to share some tips for you loving your body. And I want to encourage you because Anne's going to put her information in there so you can join. It's coming up on Tuesday, I believe it is,
Yes.
and you want to jump on because this is a phenomenal experience in your journey as we're in this community. And I'm building a community of empowered women that's powerful and strong, right? There's work that we all have to do, there's purpose that we all have to fill on this earth. That's why God put us here. And we cannot allow anything or anyone to stop us. But it does begin with us and how we see ourselves and how we view ourselves and how we embrace our body, making sure that we're healthy and our body is in wellness and we're taking care of our bodies. And so this is what this encompasses. So go ahead, Ann, and talk about that just a bit.
Yeah, so the project is called Ageless, and it's all about self-love and self-acceptance, and me turning 60 this year.
Woohoo! The 60
Right?
Club. Yeah.
Exactly. I could believe, like, my oldest son is turning 33, and I felt like I was just 33 like 3 years ago. So age, I mean, it goes by so quickly. And I wanted to show women, stop beating yourself up because you are enough and beautiful as you are right now. So
That's right.
showing
That's right.
women, I photographed 70 women from age 40 to 90, boudoir style in lingerie, very tastefully, and I put together a magazine, and each woman also got to write a love letter to herself. So it's been very empowering for the women to write the love letter as much as it's been to be in front of the camera. And some women has had huge transformations through this process. And the event is on Tuesday on the 2/22/22 at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I have some great speakers. One of them is in the chat. Zena Latrice is going to be there speaking. I have Susie Carter, Forbes Riley, Doria Cordova, He leads bridges, and they're also supporting women that are coming out from domestic abuse, and raising money for them to go through this program, so they can become leaders and help other women do the same. So I wanted to read Esther's love letter, um, that she wrote to herself. And I don't know if she remembers what she wrote, but I'm
I
going to
don't.
read it if that's okay.
I
So
don't.
this is what she wrote. Dear Esther, this letter is just for you. I never told you how much I love and appreciate you. You are a blessing. You kept moving when life became difficult. When you could have given up, you did not. You didn't. You are powerful and appointed by God. Your love for people overflows. You are beautiful, and your husband and children call you blessed. Thank you for embracing and loving you, even when at times it was difficult. Thank you for standing up for you. Thank you for taking care of yourself, for loving you enough to choose a healthy, happy lifestyle. Thank you for putting God first and serving Him with every being in your body. Thank you for being an example for others. Esther, I love you, and please keep shining your light bright for everyone to see. Love always, Esther.
Wow.
How
Wow.
did that feel hearing that?
Yeah, that, I mean, honestly, wow, I can't believe that I wrote that because it's like, wow, I wrote that. And I'm as I'm listening, I'm thinking, who is that? I've come so far to be able to write that, and it just gives a whole different perspective. You know what I mean? Um Yeah, yeah. And I didn't keep a copy of the letter. I wrote it, and I just, and I've been encouraging other ladies, in my community, write a love letter to yourself. And thank you, Anne, for reading that because I forgot what I wrote and how it's important, you
Mhm.
know, to say how I feel and to thank me for the
Yeah.
things that I've endured. And so it's yeah,
It's like honoring your journey.
it's honoring it. It's
Yeah.
honoring it. Um and so ladies, I want to encourage you because um you have to honor your journey. You have to honor your journey. Don't wait for other people to honor your journey. It's so hard, as Anne just said, to honor ourselves because we're servers and we're always looking at how we be the best for everybody else,
Yeah.
and we're really never looking at how we could be the best for ourselves. And that is so important because if we don't do it for us, then we're really no good to anyone else. And by the way, that's not being selfish
Mhm.
at all, because we're taught, am I right, that if we do these things, if we do a boudoir shoot, if we serve ourselves, if we do this, it's so selfish, it's so this, it's so that. We've got so much negativity going along with it. I mean, who ever heard of writing a love letter to yourself? We write it to everybody else,
Mhm.
but it's so important that we do it to ourselves. And even you reading that, it's like, wow, that's
That's
me.
powerful.
It's powerful. It's powerful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, let's see what some of the comments are saying. Zena said that was my response. Valerie said, I need to write a letter to myself. You do, Valerie. You've come so far. Write that love letter to yourself. Don't wait for nobody else to do it. Sherry says, I'm going to write mines today. Yes, write your love letter to you, honoring your journey,
Mhm.
honoring your body, honoring the things that you have gone through, yet you are still standing, you are still here. It's almost like every time I think about you're still standing, you're still here. Remember that movie, The Color Purple, y'all, when Whoopi, was it Whoopi or Oprah said, I may be black, I may be ugly, I may be all these things, but I'm still here. And
Mhm.
the point that I make out of that is that I'm still here. If y'all remember the movie. And so here it is. It doesn't matter what you think I am. You may think I'm ugly. You may think I'm too dark. I'm too light. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I don't have blonde hair. I got purple hair. Whatever it is, you may think all of these things about me, but I am me. I'm embracing my journey and I'm still here. And so when we get to the point that no matter what, we are still here, we can honor ourselves, we can honor our body, we can embrace um, who we are. And so Chef Cherry says, what a beautiful and encouraging self love letter. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Write one to yourself. So, Anne, how can people connect with you and how can they get
Yeah.
on your Ageless? And it's
For some
women.
reason, they won't let me comment. I don't know why, but I sent you the red. If you
The
ladies want to
link.
come, um, in the chat, private chat between you and I think there is the link to the webinar on Tuesday. So
Okay.
if you want to come and register and be part of the event, I have over 100 women so far that have registered for this. So I feel like I'm giving birth to my my big vision that is coming to life. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it is. It is over 100 women. That's powerful. I am going to post it in the chat. I don't see where I have the link, but I'll get on there and I will
It's
post
in the
it
private
to
chat
make
between you and I.
sure.
It's the webinar link in there.
Okay, I'll look for it and get it. So,
You can, otherwise than that, you can find me at annphotography.com. And also I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, Ann Photography one on Instagram, and Ann Landstrom on Facebook, or Ann Photography. And this should be, we're posting everywhere now what's for this event on Tuesday. And yeah, I'm super excited. It's
yeah,
gonna
and
be
I'll make sure I post it in the chat as well. So, guys, one of my goals is hopefully to have Anne come out to one of the live events and just have where she would take pictures of the ladies, should you choose to. So, how would you guys? Would you ladies like to have her come out at some point, y'all, and see? Just have your photo shoots done however you would like them done. So if you like that, make sure that you let me know, and then we will talk to Anne and see what we could do at one of the live events. Or we'll bring her here to Delaware, right, since this is where Festa della Donna started in the first place. Chef Cherry says yes, yes. Listen, it will be an experience that you will not forget. I'm all about investing in you. Juliet said would love that. I'm about investing in you. You got to invest in yourself. We invest in everything else, and we throw our money away many times where we don't have anything to where we can see or say, this is what helped me. And so this is the time. And you know, my theme, my mantra for this year in 2022, and it's my time. It's my time. And so, ladies, I want you to say it is my time to soar in 2022, to rise up, to achieve, to launch out into the deep. Right? It's my time to invest in myself. It's my time. Zena says that would be amazing. That's because Zena's gonna be here. So you know, she's like, that would be it would be amazing to have her come. Uh it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. So y'all, it is your time to soar. It is your time to invest in you. It is your time to say yes, yes, and not no any longer. It is your time to say, I need to make sure that I do some self love, some self care, so I can go out there and serve others. Right. So see how my face is getting red because it's getting dark. It's finally getting
because
dark.
when you feel good, you look good, and when you look good, you feel good. It's a
Oh
full
yeah.
circle. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then when and it is, and then you do great things, right? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna just do this real quick. There we go. Better, better. Just getting up to. So you do great things when you feel good, you look good. I love you guys. Any other comments? What was the value of today's conversation? Can you let Anne know? And let's heart her up. If you're on Facebook, heart her up and let her know how much you love her, how much you appreciate what she's been saying. Amnestia, yes, I have not had photos taken since 2010. I definitely need to take photos and not concentrate on my weight, but what will show in the photos. Exactly. Don't look at your weight. Not at all. Don't, because when you begin, listen, when you begin to look at your weight, then you don't do anything. So let me give you some quick tips, y'all. Let me give you some quick tips that, on loving your body. So number 1, think of your body as the vehicle to your dreams. Honor it, respect it, fuel it. If somebody can, type it in the chat. Think of your body as the vehicle to your dreams. Honor it, respect it, and fuel it. And then number 2, create a list of all the things your body lets you do. Read it and add to it often, right? And so let me give you one more. Don't let your weight or shape keep you from activities that you enjoy. Don't let your weight or shape keep you from taking pictures. Don't let your weight and shape keep you from loving on you, right? And count your blessings, not your blemishes. Count your blessings and not your blemishes. And here's the last one: walk with your head held high, supported by pride and confidence in yourself as a person. As a person. Amen. This has been great, 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 great. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I am going to be jumping off. Listen, if you have not, if you're still interested in the possibility journey, we are our welcome call is tonight, but we are still enrolling. Make sure that you jump in and really see what's possible for you in 2022. Don't stay stagnant anymore. We're reaching new heights, Ann, and we're going there together, right?
Woo-hoo. Yes.
Woo-hoo. Thank you all so much. Let's love on Ann some more. Thank you so
For
much.
having me, Esther. And
Elsie said,
yeah,
it's great.
I will post once we get off. I post link to the webinar on Tuesday in the chat. So if you guys want to come, I'd love to have you.
Yep, yep. And I will be there, y'all. I will be there. I will be there. So excited to see all of you guys. Zena said, think of your body as the vehicle of your dreams. That's right. The vehicle of your dreams. So love you guys. You take care. God bless you. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.